Okay, so let's go back to this example. And here we're going to then show the probabilities through a tree diagram. Okay, so with a tree diagram, we basically map out. So this is our starting point. And now we are asked to then pick one ball. All right. So what is the probability? So the one ball can either be red, or it can be black, or it can be yellow. Okay. And what are the probabilities of those occurring? Here we know it's 10 out of 20, already established. Here it's 4 out of 10. And for my yellow, it's 6 out of 10. Okay. So now after choosing the one ball, I put that ball back. So it's an independent experiment. Okay. So this was my first one. So this was my first event 1. Okay. Once I've completed event 1, I take that same ball that I've chosen and then I put it back into the bag. Okay, so that my total number of outcomes remain the same. So when I take out my second ball, okay, that ball can either be red, it can be black, or it can be yellow. Okay, let's make these arrows a bit bigger. Okay. Or so I can have a combination where I pick the red ball and then the second time I pick another red ball. Or I pick a red ball the first time, the second time I pick a black ball. Or I pick a red and then the second time I take a yellow ball. So the same thing is going to happen here when I take a black ball. Okay. I can either get a red in my second one, or I can get a black, or I can get a yellow. Okay. And then even here as well, I can get red, I can get black, and I can get yellow. Okay. So normally these probabilities, you would write them on the line. It's just that I don't have space. Okay. So now, if I took out, let's say I got a red ball, okay, and then I put it back into my pack, how many red balls do I still have? So here the probability is still going to be 10 out of 20. Okay. Here the black balls, how many balls do I have? It's going to be 4 out of 20. All right. And here it's going to be 6 out of 20. And it's going to be similar for all of these other remaining 6s. Okay, 6 colors, 6 balls. So it's 10 out of 20, 4 out of 20, 6 out of 20. Okay, same thing here, 10 out of 20, because I'm replacing my balls. Okay, 4 out of 20. And then with my yellow, it's 6 out of 20. So now you can be asked different questions. So let's say, for instance, they will say, what is the probability that when you're picking both cards, okay, so you pick the first card, it's a red card, okay, and the second one that you pick, okay, the second one that you pick is going to be a black card. All right, so then I picked a red card first, it was 10 out of 20, and then the second one I picked a black card, which is multiplied by 4 out of 20. Okay, what is the probability that I pick a black card the first time and then I pick a yellow card the second time? The first time it's 4 out of 10. All right, multiplied by a yellow card, it's 4 out of 20, 6 out of 20. But what would happen now if the first time, okay, so what is the probability of me picking, when I pick out my 2 balls, I pick a red and a black, or I pick a black and a yellow. Okay, so what is the probability that I pick a red and a ball card and a blue, a red and a black ball, or I have picked a black and a yellow ball? All right, so now here it becomes a little bit different. Okay, here remember, when you have an or sign, then you are going to add your probabilities. So what is your probability here? Okay, so this is the same as 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 5. Okay, so the probability of me getting a red and then a black ball is going to be 1 out of 10. Okay, this one here we have, it's 1 over 5 multiplied by 3 over 10. So 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, 5 times 10 is 50. Okay, so the probability of me getting a combination of red and black, or getting a combination B, black and yellow, is going to be the probability of me getting a red and black, which I worked out to be 1 over 10, plus the probability of me getting a black and a yellow, which is 3 out of 50. And this happens when you have independent events. Okay, independent events. Let's do the same example, but now we are not going to replace the first ball that we pick. And let's see how that one looks.